All right, God, here's the next 5 years. Go ahead and give me the plan. Let me know how everything's going to work
Write
out.
it on a napkin.
Yes, write it on a
across the
napkin.
table.
That's right.
Or even I'd like to present him with my plan.
Yes.
Instead.
A PowerPoint.
Yes. Here's a thought, God. Couple of thoughts about how this could go.
A couple of thoughts.
The whole thing about obedience, what you're talking about, is because do I believe that God loves me? Because do I believe that God has the best plan for me? Because I'm only going to obey if I believe that God loves me and that God has the best plan for me. And then if I believe that, then I'm going to try to do what he says. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like you think about a kid, a little kid. Do you believe that your father loves you? Then you're going to mind them. But and it's the same way for us. We're just big kids. Do I really believe that God loves me? Do I?
Yeah.
Because this is where obedience hits home.
Yeah.
It's do I believe God loves me? And if I believe he loves me, then he's going to have the best plan for me. And so I'm going to follow it, even though I don't see it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me.
And do I trust God?
Do I trust his love for me, really? But yes, do I trust him?
Do I trust him? Do I think he's got it all under control?
Yeah.
Or do I need to step in and take over
Yes.
because I don't trust that he's got it all
he's got a
under
lot going
control.
on.
Right.
Yeah.
And especially like
He's
you
very
said
busy.
before. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Just taking care of my junk. He's very busy.
I can help you guys.
Let me take a little off your plate.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes. And I forgot where I was getting ready to go.
Sorry. About trust. It's about trust.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, and I think you said something earlier, Carol, that was really powerful. It was about, oh, good gracious. I'm not going to be able to pull it back out.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yes, do we trust God? Do we trust that he's got it all together? His word says, Romans 8:28 says, he works all things together for good.
Yeah.
For those who are called according to his purpose and who love him, he does work things all together for good. And so, like you said earlier, Carol, this is where it was. Even if we don't understand, even if we don't understand what God has up his sleeve, what he's doing, do we still trust him that it is good?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, even if it doesn't look good, do we trust that he still is a good God, that he is still loving, and thus then calls us to put our obedience in him, our trust in him, our faith in him, our love in him, because he's got it under control.
Yeah. Let me paint a picture for you. You're in a department store and you see a mom with a toddler. And said toddler lays down in the middle of the aisle, kicking and screaming because they aren't getting their way.
Been there.
That is Carol Davis and her relationship with God sometimes. We kick and scream and think we have a better way and think we know more and think we have it all figured out if God would just cooperate with our plan. And that's the visual I have in my mind of disobedience, at least for me, because I am so quick to come up with another plan, another idea. Y'all know me, I'm an idea person. I love just kicking around ideas. And sometimes I do that in my relationship with God. And that's the visual I have of him going, what are you doing? But not leaving me there like I'm sure my mom wanted to do when I was a kid, but lovingly taking me from that place to where he wants to get me to. Yeah.
So I totally see that visual, and I can see my face on it too. So we're both in the floor, screaming and crying.
Yeah.
Now take that kid.
Okay.
This is an image I like too. So take that kid. Mom lovingly got him or her up and took him home. Now that kid goes home and sees a chainsaw. And it's like, this looks like fun. I think I want to play with this chainsaw. And I'm going to go play with the chainsaw. But then the mom or the dad says, you may not play with that chainsaw. And the kid throws another fit. Like, why can't I play with the chainsaw? Because the mother or the father knows that chainsaw is going to hurt you.
Yeah.
I know what's best for you. You may not see it. You see chainsaw. Chainsaw looks fun. I could do lots of fun things with it, but you could also chop your hand off with that. So that's kind of how I try to think about obedience. God knows I'm going to cut my hand off with that chainsaw. So even though I'm praying for that chainsaw, and I'm asking for that chainsaw, and I've got lots of reasons why it would be a good idea for me, God knows I'm going to cut something off with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.